Hello and welcome to the Matthew Alton Art channel again. This video is a continuation of the last video that I did, which was about my struggles with plein air painting. And it was a lovely weekend this weekend, and my partner Mark happened to be off work, so we thought we'd go over to a National Trust property, Shugborough Hall, which is near Lichfield area. And I thought I'd take the Etch a Slate Mini that I'd used previously with me to try and do a bit of sketching while I was there. I also took the camera tripod. As I said in the last video, I wanted to try using a tripod to actually rest the Etch a Slate Mini on. So this video is about how I got on while we were there. Once we'd been for a cup of coffee and a scone at the cafe, we walked up to the house and went around the interior of the house, and then we headed round the back to the formal gardens that back onto the river, and I found a spot that I sort of quite fancied trying, so I sat myself on a wall and looked at the folly at the end of the garden. So here you can see the setup. I have the Etch a Slate Mini screwed into the camera attachment at the top of the tripod, and I've angled it at a comfortable angle, and of course there's a handy seat here as well. So I was talking about standing up with the easel last time in the last video, but there was no need to do that. I could sit quite handily, and this was a much better setup from my point of view. Another very useful piece of equipment turned out to be the umbrella, which I bought because it had forecast heavy showers possible. But actually, because I was sitting in the sun, it was shade from the sun for me, but also stopped the glare on the paper from the sun quite so badly. So really useful bit of kit to have with me. I started the sketch by drawing out using a mechanical pencil, which is what you can see me doing here. And then once I'd done that, I wanted to do very quick gouache washes over that pencil sketch to sort of make it a bit more alive and a bit more interesting. So here you can see me having done the drawing, the sketch out in the pencil, and I'm just adding water to the gouache to reactivate the dried gouache in my palette, and I'm just starting to use the water-fill brush to actually add some of the stone colour to the folly in the distance, as you can see now. And actually the pencil has sort of acted as an underpainting really, so it's a bit sort of grisaille really. I'm using the gouache very thinly so the pencil marks still show through, and I'm just adding the colour on top of those pencil marks to give it a bit of interest and depth really. You can see that I've got the palette in one hand, and because I've now got the Etch a Slate Mini on the tripod, it's great. I don't have to hold the Etch a Slate Mini as I was in the last video. If you watch that one, I was sitting on a bench with it on my lap and having to hold it sort of at an angle using one hand, so I only had one hand to work with. Of course, having the ground where I was sitting as well was great, because I could empty everything out of the Etch a Slate Mini pretty much, and it meant the weight wasn't too high for the tripod, and I could put all the stuff on the ground next to me within easy reach if I needed it, you know, so pencils and paper and all those sorts of things that I brought with me. So this setup was really successful, I think, this time, and has made me think that possibly plein air painting is a possibility for me. I will carry on persevering, definitely. And this is the setup from my perspective as I was sketching, looking at the folly across the lawn, and this is the final sketch. It's far from perfect, absolutely, but the difference with today's experience is that I actually enjoyed the experience of plein air painting for the first time, rather than feel like I was struggling to be comfortable and struggling with the equipment. So it's definitely been a positive learning experience for me today, and I'll definitely take the tripod with me next time I go plein air painting. Well, before I sign off from this video, I'll leave you with some of the photographs that I took on our wander around the estate of Shugborough today. It was a lovely day, and made even more lovely by a successful plein air attempt in the sunshine, well, generally sunshine. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you're new here, then do think about subscribing. I try and do videos on a regular basis, a lot of time-lapse videos of me actually painting in the studio, but also some sort of other types of videos like this. If you like the video, then give it a thumbs up, that'll really help the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, bye.